Good morning. Just after 9:20 on Wednesday, the 12th of June, 2019. E for marketwizards.com and eminywizard.com. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. As usual, we're always going to have a conundrum when we are looking at setups and trading. So let's take a look at what's happened since we last were together here in this Zoom room. The overnight high has held at 92. We said yesterday, I said, I don't want to see that 92 broken. If it is, and I'm going to assume the low is in. So that's still intact. And that's a key part of today's puzzle, no doubt. And overnight, we drifted down. We obviously had a third time through trade somewhere near this 83. You can see it. Those of you still learning to recognize those ideas. You want to go through a couple of points and you want to see where that idea comes in. 1, 2, 3. Here's your breakdown right here. Boom. And then we get to 77, 78, gets a nice bounce. And then overnight when I'm sleeping, and probably you too, comes out and it hits our target that we had talked about, closing that gap. So right now I'm looking at probably 81 as being the most likely pivot. I know we've got 82s and 83s and 85s and everything else, but that's the common sense threshold that we're going to look at and say, well, maybe that's the guy. And we're going to be in a neighborhood. That's all we know. So right in there, right here, this 81 area, I think is going to turn out to be something important today. That's just speculation, but I'm going to keep that in mind. As you know, I've done in the past when I said, like yesterday, we'll take a quick peek there too. So just copy that line. Okay, but up here, remember yesterday we said, I think 02. I think that's it. Of 02 bus. So today we've got several things happening. One, obviously gap fill and testing. We made a new low. So the real deal is, can we make another low or test that low without taking out the high? Because that pattern then is still higher, lower highs and lower lows. So we've got some fighting to do. And anybody's playing the convenient trade, I've suggested that it's okay for the shorts up to about this 85.5 to 87.5, but above that, and I think the balance will start to swing back towards the longs again. And that doesn't have to be, but it's just what I'm looking at on a few charts. So today I'm going to be very conservative with expectations, both sides. I think we've got to do some range trading first. And anybody that's legging off of the low, we said think about using the 71, the 72 as your support if you're trying to buy. And we said make sure that you understand the dynamic from 79, that if we're above that 79, then we're really playing with yesterday's range. So that's a very important marker today. Anybody playing for the gap? We talked about this 82.75 being a half gap target ahead of the open. Trend down, contra. So this is a smart retest back in the middle, and it's just the way it is. So I'm going to think small. Those of you who are conservative, you want to wait a couple of minutes, let the smoke clear, and we'll find some trades that make sense. Don't forget, we've got rollover tomorrow, and we'll talk about that a bit too. And this is the chart I was suggesting you want to play off of. This 30-minute chart. It's been working. So as long as we can stay under this general neighborhood here within a point or so of that blue line, then it's okay for the short side. Once we get above it and start to rock and roll, then I'm going to assume that the 15-minute chart is the one in use and that this one is just going to go over and under. So I'm not looking for a big solid push all day today upside, but I do want to be conservative about expectations. And you can see the dilemma, because we're over and under a rain line at 81. So on a 15-minute chart, this is positive because we're above all these lines, but on that 30, we still haven't taken out that blue line there. So I'm going to keep an eye on both of those charts today, and that's the conundrum, and there always is. No matter what kind of a system you use, you're never going to be 100% confident. At least I'm not. Here's our 84.25 basis, what we had set up yesterday, right? Our support zone, our resistance zone, and obviously the middle zone is going to be here. Anybody's playing long side, my suggestion, 85.5 to 87.5, you want to make sure you are paid. And currently, obviously, this is our fighting box. We're going to take it one step at a time. We've gone about 3 boxes here. If you look, predictive chart, we talked about that. You've gone 3 boxes, right? Started here. This became our last fighting box. So this is our current one, and this is our support box by the predictive model. And I'm thinking today the whole key is at 79 to 81. What happens there? By long side for the gap play. Gap is done right there. Anybody in the 87s to 88s paid for sure. 88.75 I've got as our demon. And we are still using the notion of 75 to 71 as our support. If you played the third time through trade and you played for the gap, grab it, lock it.